With Bystial Lubian now at $10, budget Lair of Darkness players have received some strong support. I've actually incorporated these two archetypes together, and I must say, the results are scary. Now, let's take a peek at the deck profile, and throughout the coming videos, I will showcase the full extent of this deck. We are starting this profile with 3 copies of our favorite girl herself, Lilith, the Lair of Darkness. Yeah, Lilith, Lady of Lament. You should have called Lair of Darkness. 3 copies of Lilith, 3 copies of Rima. Yeah, I'm marking him out on the Rima. As other builds I've had, this one I really want to focus it on having the Lair of Darkness in my hand as soon as possible because of the way it really synergizes, and also this is one way of getting a dark type in the graveyard as soon as possible for the Bystials. I'm playing 1 copy here. I've not played Diablos for quite some time because it's somewhat bricky in the deck, but in this build it also synergizes so well with the Bystials, and I mean with Lubion and also with the branded beast. Both of them have tribute effects, so this triggers our big boy Diablos. So yeah, I'm putting Diablos in there as a form of a beta, and also it has that effect where it can neg your opponent 1 card in the hand. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite nice. 3 copies of Lair of Darkness, and there's no way I'm not playing the virus card. Whenever I'm playing my Lair of Darkness, bro, there's no way I'm not playing the virus card. Eradicator is the best. Most persons wanted to see this card ban. Sad for you guys, it's not. So we Lair of Darkness players are gonna be enjoying Eradicator for some time longer. So I'm playing 2 copies because I really want to maximize on this, and I'm playing the deck Devastation Virus. You can play full force. I kind of feel this one is better because it gets rid of some of the pesky hand traps, which may be somewhat troublesome to you. Almost of the most impactful hand traps this gets rid of, so I'm playing this. And what's great about the virus cards also, it allows you to pick at your opponent's hand and into the next 3 draws, which means this is a lot of information you have, which really will help you traverse onto your plays, because based on what the opponent has and what they draw, you know how to play. Yeah, so this is another advantage you have with this. And other than that, it gets rid of Magic Trap, or the deck Devastation Virus gets rid of 1500 or less attack monsters. Now we jump into the Bystials. Yeah, but bro, like Lubian, like I said, Lubian is $9 to $10 now, which is great. This is wonderful. I'm playing 3 copies. I have to maximize on the Lubian, and I'm playing 2 copies of the Sonera. This gets you Lubion in the graveyard in the event you don't get it early. So especially being that the Magnamod got hit. Yeah, Magnamod got hit 2-1, so you kind of need another way to get this out as soon as possible. And I want to get in the graveyard because the search effect of the Regain and Beast is quite nice. So I'm also playing 2 copies of Jerusalem. This card is an MVP in the Unchained matchup. Speaking of Unchained, I have a crazy Unchained match coming up. You guys are gonna see how this deck fares against the best. Oh, but most persons, the best players. Everybody's saying Unchained is the best. The deck is somewhat oppressive. But we're gonna see this deck take on the behemoth itself. And I must say, Jerusalem is an MVP in that duel. Crazy. I really love this card. I'm only playing 1 copy of the Baldric. Yeah, I really love this card, and this card in Lair of Darkness is just so good. The ability to tribute your opponent's monster to banish their fusion, synchro, XYZ ritual electronic monster when summon is just mind blowing. Right, but I'm only playing 1 because there's a way of getting that back to the deck and getting back to your hand, and I don't want to be playing too much of the Bystials. I want to focus more on getting these 2. These 2 are the most important because they start the plays, because like I said, the synergy between the Diablos and Lubion and Beast, branded Beast, is just so I want to get these out as soon as possible. And this right here, so this is actually the Bystial Package. For synergy, I'm playing 3 copies of Pot of Extravagance. Yeah, the graveyard, the extra deck is not, I won't say not as important, but gaining certain cards in our hand is more important than having access to the extra deck, because most of these monsters, they do what we do. There's nothing much in the extra deck other than the super poly targets. I must say super poly targets quite important, but we can get rid of it. We don't have a choice. We need to speed up the deck in one form, and this is the easiest. So we're playing 3 Pot of Extravagance. As it is in hand trapped, we are playing, I guess I can call Lord of Heavenly Prison a hand trap. Actually, it's in hand. 3 Heavenly Prison. Now, this card is quite important to protect our back row. I'm not even playing to protect my back row. This is my easiest card to get into our virus cards, and what makes it great, it's also a target to the virus card. So you bro, you know how many times you make the opponent shit bricks? You activate this card and set your Eradicator or your deck devastation virus based on what you play, and like they don't have an answer. This like next turn I'm gonna see your hand, I'm gonna see your next 3 turns, I'm gonna get rid of certain cards magic trap on the field or in your hand, which is just this is just good. I love this card. And then we get the plus of the protection of back row, and it's a free K beater with defense. This man, when this card got reprint, I was so excited. This has been a big win. I'm playing 3 copies of Nibiru. Yeah, Nibiru is a very impactful hand trap in the format now. Now, I really wanted to play Droll over Nibiru because Droll basically hits some of the best decks. It doesn't hit do much to Unchain, but Droll is quite good. So you can have Droll in the side deck. Now, the reason like Nibiru was my pick over Droll is, one, like I said, it's somewhat relevant against the best 5 decks in the game right now, and the fact that it's a light, so it can trigger, I can actually use it as follower for the Bystials to special summon to the field. So this is one of the advantages it had over Droll, being that Droll is a grass type, a wind type Pokemon. And also what I love about the Nibiru is the fact that with Lair of Darkness is a dark type, so it's also a target to the virus cards. So that's the reason, you know, put it in there. And Ash is Ash, yeah, like why not play Ash? It's like $3 and it's really good, so why not? These are the staple in a beast. Sorry, these are the staple in a Lair of Darkness deck. Skill Drain didn't get hit. Skill Drain still had free. It's the chip, free Skill Drain. Now, what I love, even after incorporating the Bystial Package in the deck, Skill Drain doesn't affect anything. Only 2 cards your Skill Drain might affect. One being the Magnamut, you're unable to get the search, and 2, the Bystial effect, Lubian's effect. Other than that, every single monster here can activate the effect, and it will go through. Alright, this works in the graveyard, so it doesn't really matter. This still gets an effect. It's unaffected by Skill Drain, and I've found sometimes to really work around this, and you guys are gonna see it in maybe one of the duels I have coming up, where I activate the Magnamut effect or the Lubian's effect, and I would either chain a virus to it or chain a branded beast, which would allow my effect to resolve because the card is no longer in the field, it's no longer negated. And yeah, but this card is just so great. So your opponent now has to contend with the Lair of Darkness, which is just troublesome in its own. It's unfair sometimes. It's unfair. Then you have the Bystial Package, which adds the additional big bodies, give you the additional search, allow you to combo more, and give you access to your virus cards even without having Lair of Darkness in the field to tribute your opponent monsters, because now you have some big bodies on the field, right? And you can just negate everything on the field. And there's the 6 hand traps that just, like the deck just plays so well. And then to tip it off, man, just to make it a little worse, of course, why not? You play Lair of Darkness, everything your opponent is gonna have on the field is gonna be dark, super poly. Your opponent is unable to react to super poly, and that's what's great about this card. We're playing 2 super polys in the deck. Yeah, of course, every card in this deck is irritating. Every card in this deck just forces your opponent to hit your guts. But this is how we play. Let's not cry about it. Let's not cry about it. On top of that, we are playing 3 irritating trap cards. Alright, Dogmatical Punishment. Yeah, this is like a 2-for-1. This can either get you an extra draw with the Guru, which just got reprinted. Yee, guys, we got Guru now, finally. Or you can just send your Elder Entities to the grave, which allows you to pop 2 cards on the field. So this gets you back removal. This is a spot removal or an additional draw or additional draw. Also playing Terror of Overroot. This card also is a good removal. It can remove anything, magic, trap, monster. Oh my goodness, this also is a graveyard disruption. I really love this card. And I'm playing 1 copy of the evenly match, but it's its cousin. Yeah, so if your opponent has too many monsters, like, bro, send them to the graveyard. Whether the monster's effects protect them from trap, doesn't matter. This affects the player, not the monster. This squad is nice. So we do have some nice, interesting searches for our Lilith. Not too many traps, but they are quite nice. They are quite nice. Now we have the extra deck. I'm playing 2 copies. So these are basically targets for Super Poly. Trip over your cum. Yeah, I can't pronounce the goddamn, but it sounds like trip over your cum. I don't know. Trip over your cum. That's what it is. Quite funny, right? So you play trip over your cum, 2 Starving Venom, the Draco Spacilio, 2 copies of the Guerra, and I'm playing 2 copies of Entis. This Elder Entis, this is just for the punishment, and we're playing 2 Mud Dragons. Now I'm doubling them because chances are we are gonna banish some of them with Port of Extravagance. Sometimes we do banish cards we want, but that's the risk we take, unfortunately, to draw 2 cards. And for the links, I'm just playing a Nightmare, a Dark, which works great for the deck, and a Big Cup, which has the tribute effect, which is just cool. Great, so great, guys. If you enjoyed this, drop kick the like button. I will be showcasing more of this deck in the coming videos, so stay tuned, subscribe if you're not.